Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions, and I am back with Loïc Nottet. And this song is Cygne, or The Swan, and I've pulled up English lyrics too. I don't know how good they are, but we'll have a look at the English lyrics afterwards. Loïc does an amazing job. He's got a very special voice, beautiful voice, great tone. He's also a super dancer, although I'm not sure in this one. This is live at Fête Nationale, so I'm not sure about that, but we'll see. I haven't seen it. I haven't heard this song either, so I'm very eager to get into it and see what he does here. Whether he looks like we've got a lot of musicians, almost a full orchestra going on there. So that should be interesting. Just before I jump into the music, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, it helps the channel a lot. If you want to help some more, check in the description. There are ways to donate to the channel. There's also a way to bump up your request and get it a lot earlier than on the regular list, which is quite long, but I am still adding to it. And so keep the messages, requests, information about the bands, all of that coming along. We're building a really nice community here, so I hope you'll join in and just hit that subscribe. All right, let's have a listen. Bravo.
J'ai jamais voulu te raconter l'histoire d'un cygne pas trop bavard, d'un oiseau prisonnier d'une oie dont les ailes n'inspiraient plus l'espoir. Souvent je voulais t'éloigner des pensées noires, d'un cygne un peu trop plaignard, d'un oiseau secouru trop tard dont les ailes servaient d'échappatoire. Alors à tard, il s'usait au corps à corps, aveuglé par l'habitude, il frôlait l'ingratitude. Alors jusqu'à l'aura, l'oiseau cherchait du réconfort. Angoissé par ces questions, il souffrait d'abandon. J'ai longtemps vu un cygne voler à peine, tourmenté par le règne d'opinions peu sereines. Il crut longtemps les signes des âmes en peine, aveuglé par la haine d'obsession malsaine. J'ai longtemps vu un cygne planer à peine, trop hanté par les scènes d'humiliation mondaine. Il crut longtemps les signes des cœurs en peine, envieux de son amour, il le comblait de haine.
Yeah, I love his voice. The video is of question. There's a spotlight. You can't see anything much, but a bit of a silhouette, I guess. But his voice is really, really nice. I love it.
Rappel, trop hanté par les scènes d'humiliation mondaine. Il crut longtemps les signes des cœurs en peine, envieux de son amour, il le comblait de haine.
Crowd loves
Vis
it.
avec toi-même sans verre de compromis, laisse-toi savourer l'ennui. Seul avec toi, c'est aussi comprendre l'origine du conflit. Fais preuve de résilience même s'il t'a tout pris. Essaie d'éclairer les nuits. Pardonner ses erreurs, c'est accepter l'imperfection, c'est ce qu'ils m'ont dit. Alors encore, abandonne le corps à corps. Laissons la but d'illusion et laissons la dérision. J'ai longtemps vu un cygne voler à peine, tourmenté par le règne d'opinions peu sereines. Il crut longtemps les signes des cœurs en peine, envieux de son amour, il le comblait de haine.
Nice.
Je fus longtemps ce cygne volant à peine, tourmenté par le règne d'opinions peu sereines. Je crus longtemps les signes Je crus longtemps les signes des cœurs en peine. Jaloux de mon amour, il m'aimait de
Lovely.
Merci beaucoup, danke.
Okay, merci beaucoup. Let me back up. Yeah, uh, there's a good photo. Yeah, beautiful. Very, very nicely done. Loved, of course, the music was great too because you have almost a full orchestra going on there by the look of it. But it's Loic's voice that I'm really impressed with all the time. Really love this song. I thought it was great. I don't want to say too much about the lyrics because I don't understand. My French is weak to say the least. So I catch bits and pieces, but I often don't catch lyrics in songs the first time I listen to them anyway, even in English. So, so we'll have a look at the English translation of the lyrics, and they're very questionable sometimes, but I'll have a look at what I could find and I pulled up here and talk about that. But I thought this was the performance was great. We didn't get to see his dance here, but we certainly got um, some beautiful tones from his voice. Let's have a look at the lyrics now. Here we go. Cygne. I should have put Swan there, but Swan by Loïc Nottet. I never meant to tell you the story about a not very talkative swan, about a captive bird in the dark whose wings didn't inspire hope anymore. I often wanted to take you away from dark thoughts of a swan a little too complaining, from a bird which rescues your forgiveness. The wings serve as an escape. Yeah, again, with lyrics, poetry, these sorts of things, translations don't always work great from one language to another. But I think you get the sense of what's going on about a not very talkative swan, a captive bird in the dark whose wings didn't inspire hope. Wanted to take you away from dark thoughts of a swan a little too complaining. So wanted to help you escape, wanted to help you recover, I guess. So wrongly he was wearing himself out in hand to hand, blind by habit. It stole ingratitude. So till the dawn the bird was looking for comfort, anguished by its questions, it suffered from abandonment. Hmm. I've I've long seen a swan barely fly, tormented by the rain of the unpeaceful opinion. For a long time it believed the signs of troubled weapons, blinded by the hate of unhealthy obsession. I've long seen a swan barely hovering, too haunted by scenes of worldly humiliation. For a long time it believed the signs of hearts in pain, envious of its love, it filled it with hatred. So just a lot of emotion and pain going on, and I was going to mention that during the song. The emotion that is that was coming through. Like I said, I didn't understand too many of the lyrics as we went through the song, but the emotion you could feel in his voice and the way he was singing, really good. Aim with yourself without compromising. Don't let the boredom taste. Alone with you is also understand the origin of the conflict. Be resilient even if he took everything from you. Try to enlighten the enemy. Forgiving mistakes makes you accept imperfections. That's what they told me. So again, give up the hand to hand. Let the abuse of illusion, let the derision of long. Okay, I think, I could be wrong because the translation I think is fairly terrible, but uh, however, I think there is some meaning here that we can see that, you know, try to be forgiving, try to be understanding, maybe even enlighten, it says enlighten the enemy, help them to understand. Sometimes they don't, but if you can, and don't let the boredom taste alone with you. So don't let yourself be held down, I think is the main thing. I've long seen a swan barely fly, tormented by the rain of unpeaceful opinion. So I know that he has done songs before about difficulties and problems in his own life, and I guess relating to other people as well. Um, Tormented by the rain of unpeaceful opinion. You can look at other people's opinions and let them hold you down, let them keep you from flying, keep you from soaring or going where you would like to go. Their opinion is holding you back. Either they're telling you you can't do it, or they're telling you even worse things about yourself, and you kind of start to believe it when you hear it over and over again. For a long time, it believed the signs of hearts in pain, envious of its love. It filled it with hatred. So again, I'm not sure if I'm interpreting it correctly, especially with the translation, but sometimes people are envious of you, especially if you're successful and in some way. You don't have to be famous, but you're successful in some way. And sometimes your best friends and family are the ones that might help tear you down, try to keep you on the ground. I was for a long time this swan barely flying, tormented by the rain of the unpeaceful opinion. Okay, so now he has said I was. So he is, again, talking at least in part about himself. I believed for a long time the signs of troubled weapons, blinded by the hate of unhealthy obsession. I was for a long time this barely hovering swan, too haunted by scenes of worldly humiliation. I believed for a long time the signs of hearts in pain, envious of my love. They loved me with hatred. Okay, yeah. I think that was the end of the lyrics. Envious of his love, I don't know, envious of his love in relationships, but probably more envious of his love of music, of dance, these sorts of things, because he has sung about this before and talked about it before, I think. So yes, like I say, sometimes, uh, and it's the people you love the most that can hurt you the most as well, right? And they don't always intend to, they don't always mean to, but sometimes they can. And sometimes we can be too sensitive as well. I always got told that when I was a child, you're too sensitive, and it used to really, for lack of better expression, piss me off because I didn't want to be sensitive. I was a boy. I wasn't supposed to be sensitive, right? Um, but I've now accepted the fact that I continue to be a sensitive person, and there's actually a lot of benefit to that. I can understand other people's pain. I can understand other people's difficulties and problems. It doesn't mean I can always help. It doesn't always mean that I'm always the most patient person either, although I try to be. But with myself, I had to just get on with it and learn away. And I think for others, sometimes I tell them to, you just got to buck up and try to find your way, your own way. And easy to say, hard to do. And I know that. And I would normally not just say that. I would try to help more. I work with young people a lot, so we laugh a lot. We try to use humor and try to figure out a way of coping with, you know, coping with other people is always difficult. So you always think the other person is the problem, but they might be thinking you're the problem, and they might have a legitimate concerns about you, just as you have legitimate concerns about them. So I hopefully as you get older, you start to recognize all of these different things as you learn and see more and more people and know that everybody's got their baggage, and everybody's got their prejudices and biases and difficulties and problems. And so sometimes finding how to talk to that person that is giving you an issue is helpful. Anyway, I'm babbling. I'm talking too long as I tend to when I get on these kinds of topics. Let me know what you think of this song. Let me know what you think of Loïc Nottet in general. Um, Also, what else you would like me to react to, either from Loïc or from anyone else. Like the video if you did, give it a thumbs up. And I whacked the computer, nearly knocked it off its stand here. And hit that notification bell if you want to. That helps when videos are blocked, which they sometimes are, and then I have to dispute them, and it takes a while for YouTube to release them, and then the algorithm gets all messed up and hardly anyone ever sees them. But if you want to do that, that's fine. Check below. There'll be a link to the artist channel to go and support Loïc as well. And also, as I mentioned, a way to bump up your request if you want to. All right, that's a lot of administrative tasks, but if you do one or two of them, that'll be great. In the meantime, keep listening, keep having fun. It's Ron from RJJ's Reactions. Bye bye for now.